Hello YouTube, welcome back to Operation Laythe, episode 28, I think. And we are here in orbit with, what the hell did I call this vehicle? The Eve Gemini probe, that's right, because it's two probes in one launch. Alright, so without any ado whatsoever, let's just see what it takes to get this bad boy out to Eve. And let's turn off the objects because they're just getting in my way. Set Eve as the target. Actually, we kind of lucked out. I did not plan this. We're actually sort of in the right position to plan a fairly straightforward encounter with Eve. Except I want to burn towards the sunrise because I want to come out going the opposite direction. Something like so. Now, how's that? That's going to get me started. Actually, I'm going to back that off. Because what I want to do is get out into interplanetary space, and then I'll plan my next burn from there. This vehicle has more than enough fuel to get the job done. I still have almost a full super tank and a full orange tank with the next set of engines, and then the probes themselves have engines on them, although they're for deorbit and landing. But in a pinch, I could use those to complete a maneuver or something. So in any case, this maneuver with these giant engines on should be pretty quick. 930 meters per second burn with this massive engine behind here. Should be pretty easy. In fact, it's going to be, these engines are powerful enough. I think what I'm going to do, actually before I get too far along, why don't I find my maneuver node? Because, well, I don't have a lot of RCS on here, but I guess I could use some of that to help me find it. Just thinking ahead that I don't want to try to maneuver at the last second because this thing is fairly unwieldy at the moment. As we got a lot of weight down here and no thrusters down here to control our attitude. In fact, the thrust from this is going to be so significant I think I might stow these solar panels. I don't think solar panels actually tear off based on, inertial loads, but I don't feel like taking any chances whatsoever. I think I must have gone around the circle the long way here to find my maneuver node. Come on. It's got to be along this line somewhere. I know you're there. Come out. Maneuver node. So this is a sort of a rarity for me. This is an interplanetary mission. A, with no Kerbals on board, and B, without any of the atomic motors. We're using all conventional motors. And just piles and piles of fuel in conjunction with a small payload. This should have plenty to get there, and of course I have no intention of bringing it back. These are just probes. It would be quite the mission to get to Eve and come back. I have seen a few people on YouTube have actually done it, but not very many. It's quite a challenge. So maybe that will be next after Laythe. But one thing at a time. Get this mission under our belt, get the last bit of science we need, and then begin development of our Laythe vehicle, and so on and so forth and whatnot. Okay, I might just better stop fast forwarding. I think I'm going to do a test burn here at about T-minus 30 and see what starts to happen. I have a feeling it's going to be quick. Alright, not as quick as I thought it would be. Actually, I'm going to throttle back because I'm a little nervous about this, well, destroying my rocket. This is the joint I'm worried about. And that one a little bit too, but mostly this one. Alright, that's coming down nicely. Wow, we might even be able to use this stage for for our interplanetary maneuvers, some of them. Like our inclination burn that we're no doubt going to have to do. Since I'm sure Eve is at a slight inclination with Kerbin. Yeah, we're looking at a 2.1 descending node there. Yeah. So having these large engines and fuel tanks and things in this latest update does make these interplanetary missions somewhat easier, in that you can make a big interplanetary mission without doing quite so much on-orbit rocket assembly like I've had to do previously. Yeah, we got this slight inclination to correct. Alright, let's just fast forward until we're out of... Oh, just zoom in, moron. Alright. Oh, we cannot go fast enough. Come on, pick it up. I'm not sitting here waiting for a 50 times zoom to get 10 days worth of fast forwarding. Hey, flyby on Minmiz, sort of. Alright. Bingo. Oh, what? Fake out. Fake out. We didn't really leave yet. There we go. Come on. There. Jeez. It's a little weird sometimes. Doesn't like to cooperate. Alright, what happens if I go to the ascending node, take this inclination out, and try to get an encounter at the same time, because that would be a fairly efficient way to do things, if we can manage it. So can I get an encounter? Ooh! Come on, come on. Oh, that is so close to being an encounter. Ah. Can I fiddle it that way a little bit and get it? Ooh. Oh. Okay. I got something. We'll worry about improving that later. But we have 121 days to go till our burn. Let's deploy the solar panels lest I forget. Oh yeah, this tank might be enough for that next burn too. I'll be kind of close. Alright. Look, there's Kerbin and the moon way off in the distance there. How cool is that? Come on. Come on. I want to find this damn node. That's cool. Against the lit background from the galactic core. Very neat. Yeah, the graphics in this game are continually improving, and it's, you know, it's fairly simple, but I do like the way it looks. How you get the nice little blue sphere coming out of the darkness, and the backgrounds have gotten quite good with all the smattering of stars and galaxies and things. Once again, I seem to have taken the longest possible path around the sphere to get to my node. Come on, you pig. Turn. Exciting stuff. Look at this wobbling around. That does make me a bit nervous. Whatever. We'll deal with it. Alright. Now make with the really going fast forward. We zoom through over 100 days of Kerbal time. And coming up. Counting down the days, like seconds. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, back to regular time, sort of. Oh, you know, we're within an hour of this burn. That should be more than close enough, considering the scale we're talking about. Alright, let's light it up. Okay, I'm not going to go full throttle here so that things don't disassemble. And keep a close eye on this stage to see when it's going to go. Yeah, we're going to run out of fuel on this one. That's fine. It'll let me get rid of it and become more maneuverable down here. because I'll have much better thruster balance on the RCS. And it's given us quite a good head start on this burn. So now this will have more than enough fuel for an orbital entry burn at Eve. And then I'll drop off this probe, and this should have some left to help get this other probe out to Gilly. Wait, how are we still burning? Are we burning fuel out of... Oh, I got this little half stage here. Ha ha ha! Holy cow. I'm just... Even if this still has some fuel left in it, I think I'm just going to ditch it. Because this is, I'm tired of flying around with it. I forgot I had that little half tank down there. Wow. Very nice. Alright, are we getting our encounter? Let's just cancel this maneuver. We do have an encounter. Alright, since I'm here, and I have some fuel left, we're going to go ahead and just fiddle with this. See if we can't refine that a little bit more. Because that's a very distant encounter. 27 million meters. Oh, that's making it worse. Okay. Alright, enough of this big stage. It's time to be rid of you, sir. Thank you, you did a good job, but I'm done with you. Alright. So now, yeah, let's... come on. So now what I want to do is let's fast forward for a bit, get this, allow this stage to fall away from us. Like so. And I will now attempt to use the RCS, as I have done previously, to refine... Oh, and this maneuver is much better now. Oh, there we go. That was never really intended as an interplanetary stage, but since I had the fuel, I'm going to use it. Wrong button. Okay. Let's just use RCS and try to fiddle this encounter in. Alright, so just reducing our velocity seems to be doing a good number on it. Getting us quite a bit closer. So we'll just go with it. Oh, we seem to have passed a sort of inflection point there. Yeah, a 0 point. So we'll see if we can't fiddle this up and down. No, that's making it a little worse. That makes it a little bit better. So we'll traverse up here for a little bit and see how much better this is going to get. It's not doing a hell of a lot for us, but it'll save us some trouble. Be nice if we could get that into the hundreds of thousands instead of the millions. We can do periodic corrections on the way. No pressure. Oh yeah, that's doing good for us. And we have still hundreds of RCS left. And this is really the only function of the RCS at this point, is simply to refine our encounter. Oh yeah. It's not improving quickly as I might like, but... well, whatever. Let's see, is this, It's hard to tell if we're passing in front of it or behind it. And the only thing that might do for us is we might come in retrograde relative to Gilly, which would be something of a problem, although not a major problem. It would make it harder to encounter and land on Gilly. Alright, let's do some fast forward, get a little bit closer, and attempt to refine this some more. If all else fails, I can just go with it. I should have more than enough fuel to take care of the situation. Alright. I'll do the same thing. Just try to get some refinement point towards my velocity, so I have a point of reference. Set the SAS on. Keep an eye on my periapsis. Let's first try to reduce. Nope, that's not doing it. Speed up. Okay, that's helping us. A little bit anyway. Nope, okay, we passed. It's not doing us anymore. Side to side. It's helping a little bit. Nope, that made it worse. Down seems to be bringing us closer. We must be coming in, or rather up. We must be coming in below it. So changing our velocity somewhat vertical relative to the plane is actually going to help bring us in quite a bit closer. Yeah, the side to side doesn't seem to add or detract much from that, so we'll just go with this for a little bit longer. Get some further refinement. At least get it under 10 million, hopefully. Come on, get there. Alright, fast forward some more. Yeah, we're definitely coming in below it, or actually above it, because look, it's going to flip us down and then up into a more inclined orbit. So that's definitely the problem. We're out of plane slightly. It's only 0.1 degree, but 0.1 degree from here to here is a large enough distance that it's going to throw us off. It does mean, though, that if I do an orbital correction right about here, right at my ascending node, I should be able to correct this fairly significantly. Wrong way. Make a liar out of me. Well, it's doing it. It's just not doing it quickly. Well, whatever. I got plenty of RCS fuel. We'll just go ahead and burn through it. While we're doing this, I mentioned last time that the latest SpaceX launch of their Dragon capsule, they were going to attempt to bring the first stage of the Falcon rocket down to land, and it apparently worked reasonably well, although they, last I saw, were not actually able to recover the first stage because, well, there was bad weather. The waves were heavy and they couldn't find it, they couldn't get to it, one or the other. But all the telemetry in that, I guess, looked pretty good. So mixed results. I suppose if you could get it to come down on land and land in a nice field someplace, you wouldn't have to worry about heavy weather in the ocean preventing you from recovering your spacecraft. It's of course what the Russians have been doing for many years, landing it, in Siberia and places like that. Of course, landing on land has its own problems in that you're landing on a hard surface. There's no extra cushioning. And of course, you want to make sure you're landing someplace nice and flat so you don't slide down the side of a mountain or into a bunch of trees and that sort of thing. But if you can control your descent with something other than parachutes, you could, in theory, pick your landing spot fairly precisely. Although it's going to depend to some degree on the sort of orbit you're launching into and where you're launching from and all that sort of thing. But you could go, say, to California, launch, prograde, or i.e. to the east, and, land your rocket somewhere in Nevada or someplace like that where there's, hit the salt flats or someplace. Just be standing there waiting for it with a big truck, basically. Oh man, this thing does not want to get there. Come on. Oh, whatever. Screw it. It's close enough. Close enough for Operation Laythe. Okay. Come on, give us our encounter. 5 days, 3 days, 2 days, 1 day. Got it. Oh yeah, we're coming in like right over the pole. Damn, no wonder that wasn't improving all that much. Okay, well it's a good thing we got a lot of fuel left on board. Alright, so Gilly goes that way. So what I would like to do is try to kick my orbit that way. And ooh, that actually sort of did what I wanted it to. And sort of level it out as much as I can to make my one probe's encounter with Gilly a bit easier. Why is that making it worse? Whatever. Yeah, when you're doing some severe maneuvers, the nodes get kind of twisted around, and I'm not sure quite how they're reacting to the various things that you're doing. So you know what? I'm just going to go with that, and I'll make another correction later. Trying to do too much at once is just going to end up being confusing. And that's simply because I don't understand quite how this game is, you know, working with those maneuver nodes. Because that node is kind of twisting around as you're doing a severe maneuver like that. And it's hard to say. I mean, it doesn't seem like the frame of reference stays the same. It does seem like it's rotating with that compass, which does make things a little bit trickier to do. You're kind of changing the playing field as you're trying to draw up a play, to make a sports analogy that I hope makes some sense. Alright, close enough. Let's do this burn. Should go... Oh, it says it's a 1 minute burn. So much for being a quick burn. But we're barely sipping this fuel, so we'll have more than enough fuel for this. Ooh. I do like the sun flare. I've probably commented on that before, but it continues to be cool. Actually, while we're doing this burn, since I have some time, I'm going to go ahead and pop some of my science. Do the materials bay from High Over Eve, and one of my mystery goos from High Over Eve. And I'll keep the data for the moment, although I'm going to end up just transmitting it anyway, because I have no intention of bringing any of these components back to Kerbin. It's a little bit unfortunate. It means I'm only going to get a fraction of that science. But I think I have enough instruments on here to get a significant amount of science regardless. We'll see. Hopefully this will get me the right around 500 I was hoping to get, in order to get my radioactive thermal generator thing, my RTG, so I don't have to worry about solar panels on my space plane. Whatever. That did what I wanted it to do. Alright. Let me go to one of my comms arrays. Damn it, sir. You know what? Fine, I'll just do it from here. I'll review the data. Transmit. Yes, I know. Review the data. Transmit. Yes, transmit. Oop, and there's Laythe. There's Eve. Well, it's getting us some science anyway. And you know what? I'm actually going to kind of just maneuver this on the cuff, off the cuff, in an ad hoc way, whatever, and try to bring my my apoapsis down a little bit lower, and that should be pretty easy. You should just burn opposite our velocity vector, like so, and bring that down. It's not coming down super fast, is it? Oh well, let's get in there. Whew, look at that. Look at that angle that Gilly's on. That's pretty significant. Well, maybe when I do my capture burn, I can try to do something about that. Though it's hard to tell. Well, it's not really in the right place, so forget that plan. We'll just deal with it later. Hopefully there'll be enough fuel left on board that it won't be a problem. You know, this is probably about the least efficient way I can go about doing this, so let's just cut that down. Still got plenty of fuel. This engine's not using it super fast. Let's just get our capture something like that-ish. Seems to be somewhat circular. Well, close enough. And that's a 3.5 minute burn. Okay. So I will go ahead and do this burn. I don't want to make you guys wait through a lengthy burn, and I will catch up with you on the other side. Alright, and we're back with about a minute left in the burn, which is a little bit easier, a little bit earlier than I was planning to bring you guys back in, but we've got such a cool looking Evian sunset here. I thought I'd bring you in before we go ahead and lose it, because we're going to pass into the dark side here, I think, before this burn is entirely completed. That's pretty cool. Just black on this side, with this bright light right at the edge of it, silhouetting our spacecraft. Oh, there it is. See, we lost it. That's not nearly as cool looking now. Alright. In any case, we are almost there. So let's just pop out to the map view. Sure enough, we have our capture. More or less circular. And I think I'm actually going to go ahead and cancel this maneuver node. And just go ahead and drop us down lower and try to get our low over Kerbals. Not low over Kerbal. I keep calling this planet the wrong damn names. Get down to low over Eve and get that other mystery goo container and the Science Junior. As we have, I think, plenty of fuel to accomplish the rest of our mission with that vehicle, i.e. getting out to Eve. Gilly, now I'm calling the wrong planet Eve. Good lord. Aww. In any case, whatever the hell these various planets are called, and whatever that is called over there, that's what I'm going to try to get with the leftover fuel. And that would be some nice bonus science. Alright, that should be low enough, I think, to get low over Eve. You know what? Actually, I don't even need this maneuver. I'm just going to come around to this side, do my science, and hopefully I'm low enough. And then go ahead and I think I'll land the one probe on Eve and then call this an episode. So, are we low enough for you? Come on. Near Eve. Bingo. Transmit for another piddly 35 science. Darn it. Mystery goo for another 21. Oh, whatever. I guess all this adds up. So far we've transmitted, submitted, sent back, whatever, roughly 100 science. And the heavy hitters are still to come, of course. The in-atmosphere and on-surface science will be the big ones. Okay. Now, before I do something stupid and accidentally lose a lander or realize I don't have enough fuel or something, I'm going to go ahead and quick save, and I will bring this around to the side like so. And at this point I can go ahead and detach this stage. Let me make sure I'm doing the right thing. Yes, we'll detach this. Wait, I want to control from here. So I want to take control of this upper probe, and I'm going to manually decouple. Okay. Now I'm going to just click through those couple of stages until those engines get activated. I will separate from the rocket for a bit because I can't maneuver this under anything except for engine power. And we're pointed already at our anti-velocity vector. I'm going to stow the solar panels for the moment. I'm going to go ahead and light these engines up and see what it does to our periapsis. This should, even though there's not a lot of fuel on board, there should be enough here, this little piddly 90 fuel, to drop this down into Eve's atmosphere and get us a capture. Or a landing trajectory, rather. Man, I am just all over the place on my terminology today. Alright, that should be plenty. And that will be just about right, because then we would hopefully come down on the land over here. I'd rather not land in the gigantic ocean here. And 50, periapsis of 50 should be more than enough to achieve, you know, entry velocity. Oh, and there goes our, there goes our debris. Not even really debris. Really, it calls that debris? That shouldn't be debris. Should still be able to control this. Yeah. What the hell are you talking about, debris? What? Did I not put another? Oh my god. Well, I'm an idiot. Crap. Unbelievable. Ah. I built that second probe and I did not put another probe core on it. So that is all wasted. Damn it. Damn, that was so stupid. Ah, that's so frustrating. Well, crap. Okay, so I guess this will be actually the end of this mission. There will not be a mission in another episode to finish this because, damn it. Well, it was a good idea. It just doesn't work when you forget to put the right damn parts on it. Alright, well, we'll get this one landing anyway. I cannot believe I did that. Well, there's not even any docking ports on there, so we can't really even send anything else up to grab it and get any use out of it. Oh well. We'll just have to send, whoa. We'll just have to send some... Oh, stop the fast forward. We'll just have to send some Kerbals out here or something to land on Gilly and get our science. And of course, we are going to end up landing in the ocean. Because of course, Eve rotated and I miscalculated. Rats! This mission has just not been going great. It was going really well until I realized I'd built the spacecraft wrong. Shoot. Oh, yeah, okay. Totally at a loss for words at this point. And I know this vehicle is not going to get me all the science that I need. So I can hit up the moon, some of those areas, regions that I haven't landed in yet, and get there. I could send a manned mission out here to Eve, land on Gilly. Although I was all getting geared up to go to Laythe, I suppose I can do some more short-range stuff and get the science I need. I'm going to go ahead and deploy the landing gear, not that it's going to help me. Now, I have landed vehicles on here before, and they can survive a water landing. And we'll use the fuel that's left to help slow it down, so we should be able to survive a water landing and still be able to transmit all of our science back home. So let's go ahead and throw the chute so I can do some of the air science. We'll observe one of our mystery goos. Let's transmit that and see how much energy that's going to take. We got a nice big battery, so we should be able to do quite a bit of transmitting. Just in case something else goes wrong and the vehicle does not survive the landing. Log the pressure data, send that back for 36 science. The atmosphere pressure is high, even at this altitude. It is indeed. Actually, how high is it? It is... Oh, wow. We're still 14,000 above the surface, and it's going to become 1 atmosphere at about 12,000. Or so. Wow. That's a fairly significant amount of gravity. Okay, let's want to run one of these graviolis. Oh, I can do those in space. I can do them on the surface, but I can't do them from the atmosphere. Rats. Okay. Did I do a temperature scan? I did not. There we go. It's only 24 science, but let's book it anyway. Alright. I cannot believe I built the freaking spacecraft wrong. The most crucial freaking part for the second half of this mission. And I didn't put it on. Good God. I don't even know what to say to that. Alright, not much more we can do until we get this down to the surface. And actually I'm going to turn the SAS on and hopefully keep it upright. And hopefully it won't sink so far that my solar panels go into the water and are destroyed or something. Now this chute should deploy. This one deploys at 500, I think. And we're coming down on sea level, so it should get right at 500 meters altitude. Come on, pop. I want to know how much I need to burn my rockets. Oh, not much. We are already coming down nice and slow. That is one thing about Eve. It is easy to get down to the surface. I mean, you almost don't even need a parachute. You're coming down so slow. Just thanks to the, air drag. Now we're at almost 5 atmospheres at the surface. That is a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. Alright, let's go ahead and light these engines, slow ourselves down. Oh, not that much. Shoot! Oh, I ballsed it up. I actually got my chute to stop. Ah! Crap! Ugh. Darn it. Oh well. Tune in next time, and we will attempt to recover from this ridiculous disaster. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video and laughing at my total epic failures, please do like the video, comment, subscribe. I'm Southern Wolverine from a lake of boiling sulfur on Eve, lamenting this disaster of a mission, and wishing you all a good day.